Welcome to this video on shell and command line interface. In this series about computer world terminologies and concepts, we will explore the fundamentals of how users interact with computer systems through text-based commands. The shell is a powerful tool that bridges the gap between humans and operating systems. Throughout this video, you will learn what shells are, how they work, and why they remain essential in modern computing. A shell is a program that acts as a command line interpreter. It sits between you and the operating system, translating your text commands into actions the system can understand and execute. The shell reads your input, processes it, and communicates directly with the operating system to perform tasks. Think of it as a middleman that helps you give instructions to your computer through typed commands rather than clicking buttons. The shell continuously works in a cycle called REPL, which stands for read-eval print loop, meaning it repeatedly reads your commands, evaluates them, and prints the results. All shell commands follow a consistent structure. The basic format is command followed by optional options followed by optional arguments. The command tells the shell which program to run. Options, often starting with a hyphen, modify how the command behaves. Arguments provide the data or targets for the command. For example, in the command list -L of /home, the command is list. The options are -L and a which means show all files with detailed information, and the argument is /home, which specifies the target directory. Let me introduce you to some of the most fundamental shell commands you will use regularly. The list command shows directory contents. The change directory command moves you to different folders. Print working directory displays your current location. Make directory creates new folders. Touch creates empty files or updates timestamps. Cat displays file contents. Copy duplicates files or directories. Move renames or relocates files. And remove deletes files or directories. These 9 commands form the foundation of file system navigation and management in any shell environment. Environment variables are named storage locations that hold configuration data affecting how the shell and programs behave. They are like containers that store important system information. Some common variables include path, which tells the system where to find executable programs. Home, which points to your user's home directory. User, which stores your username. And shell, which indicates which shell program you are using. You can create new environment variables using the export command, followed by the variable name and value. To view a variable's content, use the echo command with a $sign before the variable name, or use the env command to see all environment variables at once. Shell scripting means writing a series of commands in a file so you can execute them all at once. Every shell script starts with a special line called a shebang, which looks like this: #bin/bin/bash. This line tells the system to use the bash interpreter to run your script. You can then write regular shell commands, 1 per line. Once you create a script file, you must make it executable using the chmod command with the +x option. After that, you can run your script by typing a ... followed by the file name. This automation capability makes shell scripting incredibly powerful for repetitive tasks. Conditional statements allow your scripts to make decisions and execute different commands based on specific conditions. The basic structure uses if, then, else, and phi keywords. Inside the square brackets, you place your condition. Comparison operators include equals for equal to, not equals for not equal to, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. For example, if your age variable is greater than or equal to 18, the script might echo the word adult. Otherwise, it echoes minor. This branching capability lets your scripts respond intelligently to different situations. Loops let you repeat commands multiple times without typing them over and over. The for loop iterates through a sequence of values, like numbers 1 through 5, executing commands for each value. The while loop continues executing commands as long as a condition remains true. The until loop is similar but runs until a condition becomes true. Within any loop, the break statement exits immediately, while the continue statement skips to the next iteration. Loops are essential for processing large amounts of data or performing the same operation on many items. Functions allow you to group commands together and reuse them throughout your scripts by giving them a name. A function is defined with a name followed by parentheses and curly braces containing the commands. When you call the function by name, all those commands execute. Functions can accept parameters, which you reference using a $sign followed by a number, starting with 1 for the first parameter. Functions can also return values or exit codes, which you access through the special $? variable to check if the function succeeded or failed. Using functions makes your scripts more organized, maintainable, and reusable. Professional scripts include error handling to manage problems gracefully. The $? variable holds the exit status of the last command. A value of 0 means success, while any non-zero value indicates an error. You can check this variable with conditional statements to respond to failures. The set-e option automatically exits your script if any command fails, preventing cascading errors. The trap command lets you specify cleanup functions that run when your script exits, ensuring resources are properly released. Error redirection using the greater than symbol redirects error messages to files for logging. These techniques make your scripts robust and reliable.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.